When I was a boy, I dreamt of the open sea, the wind in my sails. I dreamt of big cities with bustling streets, roller coaster rides, exotic animals and ancient artifacts. I dreamt of glory on the battlefield and the smell of gunpowder. Now I'm old enough to finally sail my own ship and have my own crew. The crown has given me the authority to set sail into distant shores to colonize new land and prove myself. Well, that's the story anyway. Hello everyone and welcome finally to a new 1800 Megacity series. It's that time of the year again where this massive endeavor is ready to begin. And this year, boy, I've prepared so much stuff for you. Once again, we're starting out on a small ship. Once again, we want to settle on land and build massive cities. Once again, we're going to have modded, boosted AI opponents ready to take on the battle on the seas. And once again, I have prepared over 160 mods to explore this beautiful game once more before the new Anno 117 launches next year. We're going to see new assets that I haven't explored yet. We are going to have new continents even that I would like to explore with you. We're going to activate all the DLCs this time around. We're going to activate all the asset packs that we have, so the cosmetic DLC packs. So this is it. This is the ultimate playthrough of Anno 1800. Everything is included. Diplomacy, takeovers, share purchases, investments, all the way up to investors, all the way to skyscrapers. We're going to experience all the monuments and more. And yeah, this is it, right? We're going to have seasonal festivals once Halloween comes around and once Christmas comes around into this big city. And I also hope that we are going to see some new mods launching while I play this game, like the New Horizons mod, that we can then also integrate into this. So this is it. A lot of content is packed into that. We're going to have a quick look at the difficulty settings and then we're jumping into the game right away, so you can also skip that if you like to. We're going to start with a new game, of course, in the sandbox mode once again. Less guidance it is. We're going to choose a new portrait. The golden guy. Last time we played as the silver one. The gold is fine too. Of course, the banner of the cat, it is once more. And once again, my name. All the DLCs are included in this one here. This is massive. I wonder how my PC will handle all of this. And in the difficulty settings, we're going to go with a new seed here. This is a randomly generated seed, by the way, so this is not custom made or anything like that. I just noted it down for you guys to write it. We're going to go, of course, with large size. I've been thinking hard how we should start this game, but since it's going to be the definitive playthrough, I wanted to start in a fair way without mod that alters the starting position. So we're going to start in the old world and then transition over to Crown Falls with the quests. So of course, we're going to also experience all the quests, all the salvaging missions, all the expeditions in this playthrough as well, just to really show everything this game has to offer once more. Island size is large, normal, plenty fertility, mineral deposits, plenty. We want to go ahead with this, as of course the goal is to build a huge city and we need a lot of materials for that. Archipelago at this point is my favorite map type, so we're going ahead with this. It's very chaotic. It's not as organized as the Snowflake, where you immediately know where everyone is. So the archipelago is just way more random. I like this as well. Starting characters. Don't forget, this is the combat overhaul mod once more, so these characters are severely boosted with the AI mod, right? So in this case here, they're not 2 stars, really. They're very much stronger than the base 3-star vanilla AIs. We're going to play with Bente, Margaret Hunt, and Hugo Mercier. Once again, I thought hard what AI opponents we want to choose here. Hugo Mercier for his quest lines, for his additional gameplay mechanics that he offers. I would really like to get him into this. He was a DLC character. And Lady Margaret Hunt for difficulty spikes, so she's going to be the hardest one probably. But last Megacity playthrough, Bente Jorgens actually caused me the most headache, so I want to push her in again. These two like each other a lot, so they're not going to war each other. That, well, makes for a nice alliance between them. That could hurt us in the long term. We're going to activate all the traders and we're going to put the pirates on average once again. Don't forget, combat overhaul mod. These are the hardest pirates you will ever see. I'm not going to push them to hard because in the mod description it specifically says don't put them on hard. They're not balanced there right now, and I want to go with a balanced ultimate playthrough here and not an overpowered one. Feature-wise, it's as always, we're going to low income. We have to pay upkeep for inactive buildings. The construction refund is we need to pay a fee. Building relocation is on, but we need to pay a fee again. Trading restocks is rare. City incidents is hard. Quest frequency is rare. Influence is low, and the skyscraper upkeep is high, which adds a very nice end game challenge there. Always a big problem for me so far. The financial situation when you go for skyscrapers is going to be once again a nice spicy challenge at the end there. These are the settings. Yeah, don't look at the difficulty slider. We've played it plenty on the hardest one. This is harder than that, right? It's modded, so this doesn't make sense here, especially since the AI opponents are already pretty severely boosted. If you want to check out the mods, don't forget, I have the link in the video description. You get the full mod list there. And if you want to support me, I'd be very happy about the Patreon support. And if you haven't purchased Anno 1800 yet, also check out the link in the description to get a discounted Anno 1800 on Games Planet, my partner for game sales. All of this, that's it. These are the settings, these are the mods, these are the AI opponents. Let's get cracking into a new Megacity series. Go, 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 go. Alright, this is it, and now we're finally starting with the game itself, getting thrown into this huge map that we have right now. I can immediately see one huge disadvantage that we have, and that is we're starting in the north. Not good. So I'm immediately sending my ship over here to the eastern side. I have no idea what's over there. We can see a lot of islands looking around. Reason for that is, of course, we need to have a quick route to the east and south, because the old world, of course, is only going to be a jumping point for us before we then start with Crown Falls, with our megacity. So we're a small company right now. We're a nobody, right? We don't even know, or we don't even have direct contacts with the Queen at this point. So we're really just here. Our flagship it is, right? 25,000 credits at hand, no population, a bit of influence we have, a few timber planks that we have, steel beams, and a few weapons, and our flagship, the Aphrodite. And that's about it, right? Nothing else we have at this point. And yeah, we need to make ourselves a name here, starting a small settlement somewhere. Now I'm going to rush towards this side here. Any island over there is good, right? So we want to have a quick route here to Sunken Treasures and to the New World then. Otherwise we might be screwed really, because I will probably not be able to hold the old world under my control for too long, especially once we focus on Sunken Treasures. I completely expect the old world where we are right now to be dominated then by the AI. So we want to have a secure island for ourselves here with quick routes. Now in this case here, we're still in the north, even though this is looking like a good island already. That is popping up right now. And oh yeah, this would be pretty cool. It has lots of building space on it. No potatoes, and that is a downside. Other than that, not bad at all. And let's have a quick look over here, because there is an island. This island is also not that bad, but it's far away from us, right? So it's not something I would like to go ahead with. This is looking like a very good island. I know this island, of course. It has a very good harbor area that we can, we protect quite nicely. It is also rather over here in the east already. It has potatoes, grain, hops, fur. It has even some oil and 3 clay deposits. Hugo Mercier settled already. So he's going to immediately start expansion now. And Miss Hunt is around the corner. There she is. Argo. And it's this moment where we really need to decide. She's going to settle here if we don't. I don't think there's any other island over here that we could potentially have. This is a small one. This is a small one. All right, let's settle. Let's settle. I can't risk this island here. We have it. Snatched it. She will already not like this so much. But there it is, Miss Hunt. And you definitely wanted to settle here. Screw you. That's it, right? We need to relocate this a bit. It's not in the center, really. And of course, we then immediately will start now. This is it. The beginning of our company. We're founding it right now. And in this case here, I'm going to send the flagship out immediately to scout the rest of the eastern side here and the southern side, right? That's going to be important here for us. So those ships are on the way now. In the meantime, we can start with our first settlement. This is not going to be the Megacity, of course, right? The Megacity is in Cape Trelawney that we need to unlock first. First, we need to make ourselves a name here. We need to get known to the big powers in this game. That is the crown, of course. Now, I'm going to start, of course, as always, with a bit of a logging industry that we need. Probably somewhere up here. Of course, as always, also, I need to watch out on my money there. We're at, yeah, 20,000 creds that are left, so I'm spending a bit too much on roads, usually. We're going to build us some nice lumber camps here. 4 of them should be fine for now, together with some sawmills. And we're going to build all of them at once. At the same time, we're also going to start with our city, and we need to do this as quickly as possible, of course, to get the workforce in. And in this case here, it's going to be a standard city, really. Our first one here, with a few people living in there, a few normal basic blocks that I would like to have. Also down here, of course, let's move the marketplace a bit further up, actually, so that we have another density zone over here. And of course, the main goal right now is to really, really rush for Cape Trelawney, and ultimately also, of course, to the New World. Okay, this should be fine for now. Let's start building us the first farmers as well, together with the first marketplace. And with that, officially, we're getting the first people in. The first 10 people out of the 100 and thousands that we're going to get at some point. As always, a super epic occasion here that we have there with that. In the meantime, my ship is out here. We have discovered Bente Jorgensen Island. She also settled down. She's more the type that builds the city within the island, right? In the hinterlands, and not in the front, where she's going to build something up. As always, also with the combat overhaul mod, the AI opponents are building their city a bit more complex. So this has also been upgraded here, and we should see some nice city structures by the opponents as well. Alright, the first people are moving in. We're having a negative balance now of 120 coin. That's all rather ordinary, right? And we're going to wait for workforce now. As always, also, we're going to need some farmers here to start chopping down some trees. And the first people are employed. And they're now going to produce then some juicy planks for us, hopefully. Alright, also we have found Madame Kahina, one of the neutral traders. She's introducing herself. Has nothing to sell right now. And we continue more downwards. Bente Jorgensen has a quest for us. We should accept this as whenever we can. And she basically gives me a gift. And I want to donate a small amount to help you keep on your feet. Sometimes when we run a little short on funds, we worry about relying too much on others. All I intend with this gift is to negate that sort of awkwardness in the future. Thank you very much for this. We need to sail to her, that's all. And she gives me 7,000 credits. I take it, of course, as long as we stay friendly. She's not going to stay friendly too long, I think. Right? Once we start falling behind, especially. But for now, let's accept this rare gift. Alright, in the meantime, production of made planks has started now. The first 4 tons are coming in. Right over here. And there it also is our first gift. Thank you very much for this. With that, we're back at our 25,000 credits that we started with. And let's start sending that ship down here to the south and also then to the west as we explore more islands. There's the first planks. And of course, immediately we want to build more houses. It's going to be super important as I need that workforce. In the meantime, a new island has been discovered. This is actually a really good one, and this is my first goal to settle on the second island from my expansion. Reason for that is it has a very nice strategic location down here in the south, right? We can protect our corridor then over here to my main island that we have over there right now. And it also has, yeah, some zinc, some copper and some limestone especially that I'm looking forward to. Also, resource-wise, it's rather bad. It has some herbs and calamari abundance. That is something we're actually going to need then for my industrial workforce as well at some point. Yeah, that's something new. Now, in this case here, my flagship continues down to the south. We still want to explore. Here, we should be careful. this could very well be a pirate island, and I should be careful of not touching them so quickly. In the meantime, more planks are coming in. So once again, we can ramp up our population here and building more houses. This unlocks the fishery now. So the first next need that we need, fish. And we actually should tend to this rather quickly as we don't have any fish in stock anymore. Already have the 20 other 2 tons that we need for it. So let's build a fishery. And with that, also start the food production. In the meantime, the next island is being discovered. Not something that we really consider here. Doesn't have the best resources, and it also is already a bit more to the west here, also very small. More planks are coming in. In this case here, we have full employment now almost. That's the moment when I want to raise my working conditions, so we're boosting them by 50%. Both my lumberjacks and my sawmills. Makes them a bit unhappy here. This also leads to an unhappy population now, but there's no riots at this point, so we can safely exploit this tiny mechanic there. And as you can see, we are also getting the first experience points here. On level 1 we are right now. Closing in on the first 100 people. As this is our first town, we might also consider giving it a special skin. Village status we have achieved with the first 100 people. And we're going with a colorful first city here for our company. In the meantime, once again, Aphrodite has arrived now at the western side, and there's definitely the pirate over there. We can see its outlines with the castle. So this is Anne Harlow's location. I'm going to safely sail around that yet. We will be forced to discover her at some point once we upgrade our population, but right now I want to keep the peace. She's not going to be so friendly. And we move up here. There is Archie, most likely, by the look of it. Also going to be important to find him. Back in Mousemoor, as the city is called right now, we have probably some new demands. Oh, Eli is introducing himself. Let's go ahead and continue with more people now that can move in then here. And over here we have the prison island of Eli. Super bad location, honestly. It's on the other side of the old world, right? So whenever we will enter the old world to get to Eli for items, we need to enter from the east and south. This is going to be tricky. So I can already see that we will need some powerful items to make this happen. And as expected, Archibald Blake over here, also not a very good location on the other side of the old world. This will make trading and quests especially hard with this guy. Alright, back here, we want to continue with more farmhouses. We want to grow population to 200 now almost. I'm also going ahead and we can start actually with another block right over here. And in this case here, let me just rephrase that road. There you go. And then we could have something here. Or I'm actually going to have a church in there. I think that's a bit better. While people still move in, we can already prepare the next production chain. First of all, I would like to add now the pub here to the marketplace area. In this case here, this provides some happiness that we really need. So we have the needs here. We still need the workload. And for happiness, we need schnapps and church and a pub. Yep, the church is new. And also there's the flute, our first musical instrument that we have. We can go all the way up to a concert hall at some point and play some concerts with that. Let's build the pub though. This makes people a bit more happy. They pay a bit more money. We're still rather negative on the balance there. So let's also go ahead and prepare our first industries. Probably somewhere over here I would like to have my fields. And up here I would like to have my sheep farms. And there we have them. So let's build the first sheep farm and the first framework knitter together with a warehouse. Quite expensive that one is already. But with that, the basic workloads are coming in now, and we can see our total demand is at 2, and we produce a bit more than 2 tons per minute at this point. So this should be all nice and dandy. We're sitting at 170 farmer workforce right now, so we can immediately employ this building here to its full potential. Right, speaking about potential, I can see right up here that Lady Margaret Hunt has her main island. So we snapped the other island from her, and she's going to settle over there, which is not that bad. It's on the other side of the old world. It's a bit of a buffer. Art or Hugo Mercier is in the middle between us. I see him as a potential ally, right? So a friend, hopefully. But we'll just see how that turns out. Another massive island in the north. Out of our reach. Probably forever. We'll just see. With that, we have finished almost a full scouting tour of the old world. And we continue onwards right away with my potato production somewhere over here. Next in line we have the Schnapps. And let's start with the first potato farm, Schnapps distillery and warehouse. We should work on a fire station here right away. As, yeah, those distilleries like to blow up occasionally. And a fire station will do the trick. Let's continue immediately with more buildings. We are rather problematic on the money side. Here we can have a double road that I would like to have all the way down. And then we can have more blocks of buildings right over here. And there's also the first resident quest. Hub is a terrific firefighter, but he has a terrible habit of disappearing after his shift. Last time they found I'm passed out by the pub, and now I'm worried sick he might have fallen somewhere. A puzzle quest. Let's find Hubble. And he's probably somewhere over here at the pub. So those farmer quests are rather easy, giving us a bit of a reward. He's dancing there by the barrels. Thank you for the potatoes. Something I don't need. But okay, here we go. We're closing in on 500 people, as I'm also now supplying workloads to my population. I would like to actually double this one right away, so we're building another sheep farm and another framework knitter right away. Flagship on its way back, where we want to have it. Next in line is a chapel. This is the need that we have right now. In that case, it's going to be a small, tiny chapel right over there with an entrance. As this is modded, we do need to provide the chapel for happiness. This gives me some coin and some bonus happiness on top of that. And with that, we have this tiny chapel that we could also decorate with a small park. But as I seriously lack the money for anything more complex than a few trees, we're just going to keep it as trees right now. To keep everybody happy here. Got the timber in. I would like to continue with a few more farmers now. And yeah, we're closing in on break even there on the tax income at least. After a long journey, also Aphrodite is back. Ready for some future actions. Right now they can wait in my port. And after a brief moment, we finally have all the needs fulfilled and we can upgrade our farmer population to workers. And with that, the age of industrialization started. A second work population is coming in, the workers. We're unlocking steel beams and bricks as construction material. We're boosting our population a bit. We have a massive battleship unlocked in the docks. That's the Bismarck. In that case, a long way off before we can build this one. We have 800 people and a bit of money coming in right now. Let's upgrade, especially here in the town center again, as always. As many as possible, while still remaining a positive farmer workforce. And with that, we are also reaching port town levels. Let's go ahead and also find us a nice, suitable, colorful skin for my bricks. We're going to have different skins for all the different cities that we're going to build. This is going to be my colorful one, the beginning, right? Enthusiastic it is. A bit of the timber we have. I would like to finish those farmhouses over here. The expansion continues, as we also want to have that workforce. With those workers coming in, yeah, my consumption rates are going up, especially fish and schnapps is now negative. So let's continue with another fishery right away. And I would also like to have my next schnapp production Right over here, another potato field and another schnapps distillery. And to play it safe, also another sheep farm, together with another framework knitter. By now, it's getting evening. The sun is going down somewhere over here. And as we prepare for the first night, we continue onwards, of course, with the expansion. What we need is bricks as my next construction material. We have 3 clay deposits on this island. One is already here, so without wasting too much space and time, let's go ahead and just build us that first brick production. Then here, with a clay pit and 2 brick factories. And this already costs me then the first 100 workers. Alright, Bente Jorgensen. I will not make a habit of interfering with nature, but I've heard the winter is likely to be particularly hard this year. As such, I'd prefer if the animals on my island were kept safe in the comfort of my zoo. Please say you're able to help. Finding a black bear and 2 wolves on her island. I think we can do this. Let's upgrade a few more workers to get us the workforce in, and also to boost my tax income there quite a bit. A new day is dawning. With that, we also have a few more building materials again and more money again to also continue with my city expansion. Right over here, let's start with some new blocks. Can we squeeze in one more here? Unfortunately, we can't. Let's go with a smaller block, so that we keep that main road that continues then to the other side. And it's a beautiful sunrise. With the daylight coming in, we can finally find those animals. There's a wolf. There's a bear. Another wolf and another bear. I love Bente because she gives you good items and good quests early on. At least until, yeah, she turns sour. And there she goes. Back off again. Also, we got Archie already visiting my port. Speaking about the ports, I should definitely get over to Archie here and purchase me some steel beams once available. He already stocks them up, so we can quickly settle on another island. We're going to need 8 tons of them. Finish the next farmhouses, check our consumption rates. They're looking fine as it is right now. And also the first bricks are coming in. Once again, I would also like to boost this up by 50% right away. And with that, we should be getting in around 3 tons per minute on the bricks. Now with that, we can actually prepare the next production chains then as well, together with, yeah, my next industry area. So this city is going to have its industry area over here. There's another clay pit that we can use. And there's also an iron deposit together with here. The oil fields are here together with the iron deposit. So I would like to make this one my heavy steel industry, as there's going to be lots of pollution anyway. We might as well just start now with this, right? Gotta wait on a few more bricks. And while we wait on the bricks, I'm also going to structure my harbor area over here. And in the middle, we're going to have then once again the grain fields. As I said, this is my farming area, right? So we have my potato farms here, and we're going to have the warehouses in the center. For the bread production, we're going to need the grain, the flour mills, and then the bakeries. So that's quite a lot of productions that we're going to need for this. And in this case here, bakeries. Let's start with the flour mills that we're going to have over here. Probably going to be those 5 that will be fine. Don't forget, we are only producing really for this island here, right? For nothing else, really. And oh god. The first expansion, Miss Hunt settled over here. Perfect. This is an island we don't need right now. So she settled here. I would really like to get this island. So let's hope that nobody settles on this. And with that, we need 10 bakeries. Let's get them... Let's get 5 over here. And 5 over here. That we also keep those distributions short. And then, of course, yeah, we need a whole bunch of grain farms, and that's 10 of them. We have to interrupt, though, because my flagship has arrived. And let's get us in some steel beams. It's 4 only, but let's snag them before someone else does. And now I need to wait for 2 more, because we already have 2 left in the stock, right? That would lead them to 8. And with that, we could settle on a new island. Also, there it is, our farming area together with my flour mills and the first newspaper guy already as well. Happiness and light we get. 50% reduction, a bit of Hampany. New company takes root. Nivarius settles first island. Hopes around that this seed will germinate into a great leafy tree. Boards hearing. Perfect. And I'm going to actually put my first propaganda in here as well. That is the income. Spend, spend, spend. A newspaper article. With the influence that we have. Now, Bente Jorgensen offers me a trade right if I pay her 11,000 credits. We're not going to do this, I'm sorry. Crikey. She does not like this at all. Alright, let's check it up. 1 more ton we need. Let's continue by also upgrading a few more farmers again. Especially here in the center, and this also unlocks the next resident quest. You get them once per tier. How am I supposed to brag about Punch Club if I can't talk about Punch Club? Oh, I know, the rules didn't say anything about taking pictures. Meet us at the marketplace. Take a photo of the fighters at the marketplace. There they're fighting in the center. Submit the photo and get a power loom. All cloth industries is boosted by that by 35%, or we sell it for 19,000 credits. Both of these are valid options. We'll just see where we go for this. Also, the pig farms and the silos have been unlocked. This is a DLC. We're going to touch this a bit later. Now, let's continue with the upgrades. We still want to go for Cape Trelawney as quickly as possible. There is the last ton of steel. And with that, let's head back to Mouse War. By the way, yep, let's also purchase some bricks for the 900 credits. We have plenty of money at the moment. So why not speed up our construction. And another district as well that we can safely put in here with the remaining timber that we have. 20 tons of bricks we have at this point, so this almost warrants my next industry. It's raining a bit today. But that's great for my fields. In the meantime, it's time to prepare my next industry. That would be pig farms. We're going to need them for the sausage and for the soap. So let's just have a quick look at the needs of my workers before we can upgrade them, which is something we want to do ASAP. Sausages, bread and soap. We are preparing this together with a school that is going to unlock later. For happiness, they would still also like a flute and some beer. Lifestyle needs are abundant, but that's something I'm not going to touch right now. In this case, it's all about the pigs, really. We're going to need them for the sausages and for the soap, so I'm going to need a lot of them. Let's have them here in the mining area where it's already going to get a bit dirty, and these are causing pollutions of themselves. And I'm going to actually separate them from the processing production then, right? So we're going to make the pig farms separated from their processing destination. Can we squeeze it in here? That would be ideal. Perfect. Just on its way then to this mining area that we might actually just touch here. Then I can actually squeeze in another pig farm here. Or pig farms, that is. And yeah, let's start by building actually the first two. They don't require bricks yet, just workforce. They're going to produce now 1 ton of pigs. per minute. And we can then process that into slaughterhouses in my, industry zone. We're going to have an industry zone over here that we might also consider boosting them with electricity later on. So here I would like to first of all have a triple road. This makes sure that we can use a train then here at some point. And let's have this one up, right? And then we can separate this one. Slaughterhouses don't need a lot of space, so I might as well just have them here by the clay deposits then as well. And I think that's going to be enough for the foreseeable future. Together then with my soap production. For this we are going to need the rendering works. And let's start with 3 soap factories as well. You know what, let's make it 4. And that means I need another 2 rendering works. Also going to place me a warehouse somewhere here as well. Together with, very important now, a police station. So many different skins to choose from. Let's go with the basic one for now, since that's also my cheapest. And a fire station. As always, we're going to need one of these. Let's start with the warehouse and the first slaughterhouse as well, to start with the sausage production. Is it enough? It's barely enough. Speaking about barely enough, I will need a 3rd fishery now. Build us this, and let's also once again upgrade my schnapps production. Potato farm and schnapps distillery, together with a sheep farm and a framework knitter. Getting a bit low on farmers now. I might also consider building me the next farmhouses right over here. And as you can see, expansions are a bit more quick now. So we can finish whole blocks in a row. We're getting a bit far away now from my service center. So I would like to have my next service center then somewhere over here most likely. And around that we can have then more blocks of houses again. As another day is coming to an end already. In the meantime, our flagship has returned with the building materials. So let's quickly get us the steel beams and get us, timber that we don't have. Let's wait on timber real quick. And in the middle of the night, my flagship leaves, hopefully to snag us this very important island. And on the very next day, we arrive. Bente Jorgensen has not made her way yet over here, so we can safely secure this one. Just a question of where we should have the harbor area for it. And we're going to go for the big harbor area on the other side. Her ship is here, so there's no danger right now that she would be going for it. This is indeed a beautiful island. A bit unpractical perhaps, because of the big hole that we have in the center. But as a second island, it should be fine. And with that, a new settlement has been settled. We're not going to do anything with it yet, right? So we don't need to. I'm going back home again immediately, as we're going to prepare then our first expedition. Let's upgrade a few more houses with the timber that we have. I need a bit more workforce. The sausage at this point is coming in. And I would like to start now my steel beams production as well, as we have enough bricks and workforce. Iron deposit we have. And for that, let's go in and start with an iron mine. We're going to need a charcoal kiln somewhere here. Produces some coal. But then I'm going in with, let's make 2 steel beam, two furnaces. I actually think 2 would be a bit too much. I mean, we can still make it like so. And then we can have the steel works, the heavy factory. And this is something I would like to have them probably somewhere over here. Just around those oil fields really, right? Where we can have them. And this road here we don't actually need right now. Let's go ahead, build us the charcoal kiln. This is going to be expensive, so right now we're sitting at 700 balance. With all of this, this is going to drop quite a bit. Onto 400 now. But with that, finally, we have the steel beam production up and running. Let's build a second steel beams factory right away. Of course, our great city still needs a name. I'm going to name it Sleepy Hollow, once more the legendary village that I'm always naming it. And yeah, perfect name for my very first town in this game. In the meantime, we can now continue with the next production. I would like to build me another pig farm. I'm going to go with another slaughterhouse. The fire station is important. By the way, we desperately also will need a fire station, of course, here. I've even prepared the road for it, so why not just do it? And also a police station. With that, we are a bit out of workers, so let's continue with the upgrades.
Thank your loving kindness.
Totally forgot about that fish farm here, by the way. Build it now. The trawlers start their work. And on the next day, it's paramount that we start with upgrading our warehouse now to the next level, thus increasing my storage area and also my loading ramps, as yeah, the harbor area is getting quite busy with all those fisheries delivering the fish. And also I want to continue with the upgrades, as we do need way more workers for what we have in stock next. And that is, of course, my bread production. Let's start with the first two grain farms over here. With that, we can have a flour mill, and with that, we can have 2 bakeries. Let's also build a second warehouse to accommodate the additional demand for ramps. And with my steel beams finally coming in, we can also prepare now my next production, which is the soap, and already the last consumer good that we need. So there's another pig farm. Over here, I can start with that by having 2 rendering works. This is costing me actually then 8 tons of steel beams. And also a soap factory right over here. And with that, we should have every production now in that we need. As we can see, for soap it'll be enough, for bread it'll be enough, sausage is okay, and yeah, schnapps is also kind of okay right now, but we might need to consider an expansion there too. With finally also the soap coming in, we are evening out our balance here with 1000 again per minute that we have, and the first 2500 people live now in Sleepy Hollow, boosting our profile level to 7 here with that. Every profile boost gives me a bit of more influence that we can then also use for propaganda and defenses and ships. Now, money wise, it's not the best right now, only at 10,000, and we can actually build the last building now, the school, that we should prepare for it. And for this I need a nice central location. I would actually like to move these guys here. Moving residents doesn't cost any money, it just costs me the road that I'm moving here. And in this case here, we will need to build a school now. It's important we have different types of schools, right? So I should be careful of not getting the wrong one in. And in this case here, let's have it by the main road, and let's also have a little park then around that we can use. Once again, I'm just using mixed trees right now. I don't want to waste too much money there right now on ornaments. And even those temperate groves already cost me 1,400, so yeah, it's expensive building ornaments and decorations right now. Before we fully advance to artisans, let's have a quick look at the AI opponents' cities. So Miss Hunt here already has a nice big church in the center. No artisans yet, so this is my primary concern. Where are the opponents right now? There's also no artisans to be... Oh yeah, Hugo Mercier has advanced to artisans, so he's a bit faster than us. And also Bente Jorgensen, no artisans as far as I can see yet. Very good. So we're just on time really to finish that school now, with exactly the steel beams and bricks that we need for it.
A competitor raised a settlement.
Oh, I think that was Bente Jorgensen settling on a new island. We cannot see it yet though. And with that, all the needs have been fulfilled. We have a perfectly content population and they're ready to advance. Before that we do that, we will probably need another production of bricks. Going to do this just over here. So the second clay pit now, together with 2 brick factories. And as this new day is dawning, we are finally ready to to advance to tier 3 population with the artisans, the biggest jump so far, and also with the most unlocks that are going to happen now. So a lot of DLCs we're going to get unlocked with this, especially also then our Crown Falls expedition. Let's start here in the center. And with that, the Age of Fine Craftsmanship has started. Tier 3 windows have been unlocked. With that, we are also unlocking the first expedition, which is the New World expedition. Let's start with this right away. We are getting forced now to meet Anne Harlow, the pirate. On this expedition here, we're going to put some schnapps. That gives me rations and medicine. I would like to get me a bit of bread on it. It doesn't need to be much. We don't have a lot of bread, unfortunately, but that's okay. And I'm going to go with a... do we have an item? Too powerful. Diplomacy. Crafting. Not something we need. Might go for some weapons here. Nothing else that we really need. I mean, I could add this one here. No, I can't. That's going to be fine anyway. Let's start the expedition. It's the New World expedition. This rarely fails. So I'm feeling confident. There you go. Let's start the expedition. We have the building materials on board to actually settle on an island then as well right away. And yeah, the most dangerous journey so far now with Aphrodite on its way to the New World. Going to take a while, and yeah, going to have a lot of surprises for us in stock. This will then unlock the second game session that we have in this game. Now, in the meantime, what I can do is, of course, upgrading more artisans would be my main goal. With each artisan that we move in, we're getting one step closer now to Crown Falls, to Cape Trelawney. I would probably also like to boost my steel production. We're building a second furnace, and with that also a second charcoal kiln somewhere over here. They're supplying the furnace then with steel, and this allows me then to also build me the third steelworks now that we have, to get more steel beams out of that. There it is. Africa has been unlocked. The canal to the Land of Lions is opened. Not something we need right now. With that, the next expedition that we have unlocked. And I would wrap up this episode here with a new construction. We're going to get rid of my chapel here. This will make, yeah, my people not that happy. Instead, we're going to build a big church now. And as you can see, it stutters a bit as a lot of DLCs are being unlocked in the background. Let's decide on a suitable skin. And for my first one, I would actually like to go with the standard church here that we have right here in the town center. This fulfills the church demand now from workers and artisans alike. It marks a nice landmark building right here in the center of Sleepy Hollow now. And with Aphrodite leaving the old world and Sleepy Hollow looking to a bright future, we can also look to a bright future hopefully in the next episode of Anno 1800 Megacity Edition with the New World and the Sunken Treasures expedition. Stay tuned.